Another part is there, okay, it is fraudulent deeds and disposition of property. So what does deeds mean? Sale deed, gift deed.
It's basically a document.
Document, correct. Fraudulent deed, as in some deed which is prepared in order to plead fraud. It's not real, or it's not proper, or it's not done with a good intention. Okay, when we talk about sale of property by way of a sale deed, that sale deed or that document would mention that, okay, so and so property is sold to so and so person for this much amount. Okay, and whatever amount is specified there, that actually is the real amount which is paid by the person. Right? When we talk about fraudulent deeds, maybe some fake amount would be mentioned. Property is just transferred for the namesake. In reality, it has not transferred, etc. Okay, so fraudulent deed as in preparing of fake deeds and disposition of property, and thereby trying to show as if property is transferred to somebody. Okay, and why that is being done? It is being done for reasons like in order to escape from debt. All right, so take for example, one person has obtained a loan of 5 lakhs rupees, and what he has is he is not having any money to repay the loan, but he is having a property. Now this person knows that because I do not have any money, I'm not paying the loan. But if this other party files a case, from my property, this amount is going to be recovered. Right? They are going to sell my property, maybe whatever amount they are getting, from that they are going to retain this 5 lakhs rupees. So what I will do is, because I anyways don't have money, only this property is there, I will, like prepare a fraudulent deed, transfer it to somebody else. If this property is not in my name, from where are they going to recover this money? They cannot recover this money. Right? So with that bad intention that this person should not be able to get this 5 lakhs rupees, he is transferring this property by way of some unlawful means, or which actually is not the transfer. He is actually not transferring, he is just making a fake deed and like creating a situation as if the property no more belongs to him. Okay, so that is what this offense is all about. So we have these 4 sections here. Section 421, dishonest or fraudulent removal or concealment of property to prevent distribution amongst creditors. Okay, so there might be multiple creditors, there may be one creditor also. What is being done? Dishonestly or fraudulently, property is removed or property is concealed in order to ensure that creditors are not able to recover the money. Okay, so whoever dishonestly or fraudulently removes, conceals, or delivers to any person, or transfers or causes to be transferred to any person without adequate consideration. This is very much important. Okay, so you are actually not selling the property without adequate consideration. You have not taken proper amount of money, but what you are doing is you are making it feel, like giving an impression as if the property got transferred. Any property intending thereby, and what is the intention of preparing this fake deed? Intention is to prevent, or knowing that most likely he will be able to prevent, distribution of that property according to law amongst his creditors or the creditors of any other person. Right? So under law there are rules on how property would be distributed amongst creditors, because like based on percentage, based on who gave the loan first, a lot of things are there. Based on that, property is distributed amongst creditors. So in order to prevent that, this person has concealed or removed the property. In such cases, it would fall under section 421 of IPC. 421 of IPC, and he will be punished with imprisonment, which can go up to 2 years, or with fine, or with more. Okay, because he had a knowledge and with a bad intention that creditors should not be able to recover the money from me. What I will do is I will transfer it to somebody, or I will give it to somebody, or I will conceal it, or I will remove it. So in such cases, section 421 is going to apply. Section 422, dishonestly or fraudulently preventing debt being available for creditors. Whoever dishonestly or fraudulently prevents any debt or demands due to himself or to any person from being made available according to law for payment of his debts or the debts of such other person shall be punished with, again, imprisonment up to 2 years or with fine or with both. So it might happen that sometimes you might have heard of this, right? Release letter. Like if someone has purchased the plot of land or maybe an apartment, okay, and he has obtained loan. Okay, in such cases, what would happen, right? For example, it's under construction apartment. Okay, person has purchased under construction apartment. Because it is still under construction and the buyer has taken loan from the bank is not going to pay the entire amount upfront, right? Because based on the progress, only payment would be released, right? So as a result, what will happen? The person who has taken loan, he will have to sign on some checks, okay, maybe 10-20 checks he has signed, blank checks, and bank will keep it, okay, and bank will say that, okay, whenever it is needed, bank is going to release it. Like builder would say that, okay, we have completed this much percentage of work, so release 50,000, release 1 lakh, release 5 lakhs, like that it would happen, and based on that only bank is going to release the amount. Okay, so in such cases, it may happen that one person has given checks to the bank, builder has completed the work, builder is able to request for the payment or demand for the payment, but what this person has done is dishonestly or fraudulently he restricts the bank from releasing the payment. There also it would be applicable. Okay, so sometimes where something is due and the person dishonestly does something whereby this debt being available to creditors, it is restricted. Okay, so creditor was entitled to claim the money, the builder was entitled to claim the money, but it is restricted from his part. There also same punishment is going to apply. Okay, so what he does here is prevents any debt or demand due to himself, okay, from being released. This is important here. What was happening here? That from property, the person has taken loan, he had to repay the loan, he is not repaying, and he feels that from my property it may be recovered, so he conceals or gives his property to someone. But here it is related to the debt, okay, or related to a demand. He had to pay some money and he is doing something in order to prevent that payment of debt to the person. Is the difference clear or is it confusing?
It's clear, ma'am.
Ma'am, could you please give me in one liner what is the difference? I was out of focus.
Yeah. So this is, maybe I have taken money from bank. Now I don't have money. Okay, 5 lakhs rupees I have taken from bank. Now I don't have money, but I have a property. And I know that by law, bank is going to recover the money from my property. So I'm hiding my property or I have transferred my property to someone else. Okay, I had to repay the loan. So I am hiding my property because money anyways I don't have. I just have the property. So I'm hiding my property or giving my property to someone so that bank is not able to recover the money. Here what is happening? I should be paying money to someone. Okay, maybe builder. Builder has completed his construction. Now I need to release the final amount. What I am doing is I have instructed the bank not to release it, or I have done something whereby builder is not able to recover the money from me. That is the difference. Here it is related to money and here it is related to property. I am hiding my property, but here I am doing something whereby the debt cannot be cleared, whereby the person cannot take money from me. Is it confusing?
Yeah, understood.
Understood. Okay. Section 423, dishonest or fraudulent execution of deed of transfer containing false statement of consideration, as in whatever money they have mentioned that this property is sold to so and so person for this much amount, that itself is fake. Okay, the deed itself is fake, execution deed, that itself is fake. So whoever dishonestly or fraudulently signs, executes, or becomes a party to any such deed or instrument, the person knows that it's a fake deed, but still he agrees that, okay, fine, I will sign on this piece of paper. What's the big deal? Right? So those persons would be included here. Whoever signs, whoever executes that, okay, fine, under this deed, you are saying that property got transferred to me. Just for the namesake, I'm going to take possession of it for 2-3 years. Once the matter is closed, I will give the property back to you. That's nothing but executing it, right? Or becomes a party to the deed or such an instrument. What will happen is those persons will be, because it contains a false statement regarding consideration, deed is also false. So the person is going to be punished with imprisonment up to 2 years or with fine or with both. Okay, so this is relating to the person who are parties to any such fake deed, who signs on any such fake deed, or who executes any such fake deed. All those persons would be included because they knew that this is wrong, this is dishonest, this is with an intention to play fraud against somebody. Still, they agreed to do it. So these provisions are added so that parties do not be like, okay, we will try to hide the property and try to escape the case, or like court would not be able to recover from us and stuff like that. So there it is applicable. Next is section 424, that is dishonest or fraudulent removal or concealment of property. So whoever dishonestly or fraudulently again conceals or removes any property of himself or any other person, or dishonestly fraudulently assists in concealment or removal of such property, or dishonestly releases any demand or claim to which he is entitled, shall be punished with imprisonment for up to 2 years or with fine or with both. So here what the person is doing, dishonestly or fraudulently removes or conceals the property. Okay, and here what he is doing, it is related to that creditor should not be able to recover. But here it might be for any purpose, not just for creditor. Dishonestly or fraudulently conceals the property for any sort of dishonest intention. It's not just that creditors should not be getting paid from my property or something. But this is specifically related to that creditors should not be getting the money from my property. Okay, here also 2 years, up to 2 years, up to 2 years, up to 2 years. Same punishment for all, just that we have differences in terms of with what intention, with what motive these things are being done. Okay, is it clear? Any section confusing?
It's clear, ma'am.
Clear.